Anything, yeah, like I'll send you the final or whatever.
I'm not very picky. You could be like, I think this guy is a school shooter.
I get that
care.
a lot too.
Yeah. It's our personalities are like monotonous personalities that make people think that.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to snap one day.
Right. Do you ever feel that way?
Yeah, the thing is, I'm so emotionally, like, not expressive that it looks like nothing affects me. And I don't even really feel affected for the most part. I feel stressed, a certain level of stressed and anxiety, but it doesn't ever feel like it's, like, too much. And that worries me sometimes. And I'm like, is it going to get too much one day?
Hold that thought. Hi, welcome to another edition of Chatting With. I'm here with Sear.
Yeah.
Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah. Good job.
Thanks for coming on the show.
No, thanks for having me here.
How long have you been in LA?
Since 2009.
How old are you?
27.
When's your birthday?
December 16th, 1989.
We're about the same age.
Really?
Yeah. I'll be 27 in May.
You're just one of those people that looks and seems older. You have that, like, Midwestern presence.
Oh.
You know how
like
Midwestern
Utah.
people?
Yeah, I'm from Utah.
I grew up in Ohio.
Okay.
Never go there.
Mitchell Davis.
Yeah, we actually grew up in the exact same town. We have mutual friends, and we went to the same ice cream shop. And this blew our mind because we went to Playlist a couple of years ago.
And
I was like,
and that was the first time meeting each other?
Yeah, and I was like, have you ever been to the K, which is the local ice cream joint that nobody knows about? And our minds were blown.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And so, like, we get it. We're like, Ohio, dude, we got to get out of there because there's nothing there.
Yeah. Ohio's for lovers. That's all I know.
And depressed people.
Were you into emo music in high school?
Not really. I listened to a lot of movie soundtracks and stuff. Like Fight Club soundtrack was one of my favorites. Last Samurai, like Hans Zimmer.
Trent Reznor.
I think he did Nine Inch Nails?
Yeah.
Yeah. A little bit. Chevelle. I do a lot of 90s rock. Smashing Pumpkins, Stone Temple Pilots, Soundgarden.
90s, man.
Yeah, so I'm a 90s rock person. That stuff cheers me up immediately.
Back to the neuroses. Do you have mental disorders?
I have an intense case of hypochondria.
What's that?
Hypochondria is like an obsession over having an illness. So when you experience a symptom, you are convinced that it is because you have some sort of terminal or dangerous disease. And it's like, people don't really take it seriously because it seems irrational, because you would assume, well, you didn't die the last 200 times. So why is it affecting you now? And that's the disorder of it, is there is no rationale behind it.
Yeah, well, it seems like there's always going to be a stigma with mental illness.
Yeah.
You take any pills?
No, I actually just got healthcare 2 days ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and so I noticed...
I thought the cutoff was like January 1st or whatever.
I thought it was too, and I got a really good deal. And so I'm like, the first thing I want to do is I want to go to a psychiatrist. Because, like, I have so much...
Anxiety?
I have so many issues.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
And I know that you were on Adderall, and I wanted to ask about that because I've seen it change.
Did you watch my little mini film?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And I've watched it change. They were YouTubers as well. I've watched it change their lives.
Which ones?
It's one thing I never did. One was Corey Vidal, and then another one was Sawyer Hartman. And I watched them start taking Adderall, and then literally just like they had some crazy emotional epiphany where everything suddenly made sense, and I watched them become successful. And there's something in my head that stops me from getting things done, and I always wonder, is that a personal weakness or is that actually an issue?
It is really fascinating. Adderall, it's almost like psychedelic. It like opens up a whole new world. Everything suddenly makes sense, and you feel like you can do everything.
Would you think that it's unnatural? Or do you think that normal people see it that way?
No, it's definitely unnatural. I feel like, well, Adderall is just a baby dose of meth.
Yeah.
And
illegal meth, huh?
I think Adderall makes creative people more left-brained and more like able to do hard work.
Which is what I lack in.
And focus, right?
Yeah.
But then it takes away your creativity too.
Does it? Turns you
For
sort of
me,
into a robot?
yeah, it makes me a robot. It makes me way less funny, way more serious. But like, I could also run like 3 miles, no problem, you know.
Right. Everything is just like linear and lined up in front of you, and you're just like,
Yeah.
is that what it's like?
Yeah.
In my head, the way everything is a messy room.
Yeah.
That can never be cleaned, and it needs to be cleaned as soon as possible. Otherwise, my life will fall apart. And I imagine Adderall being like you walk in and the room is clean, and on your desk you see everything that needs to be done, and it's all organized. And the idea of that just like blows my mind.
Yeah, Adderall, you take it and then suddenly you're just like, okay, and you pick up your laundry and you start folding. You're like, this is why have I been stalling this whole time? And
Right.
It's really weird.
Yeah.
Do you smoke weed?
Occasionally. My girlfriend has a little weed pen, and I'll do it when I'm playing games. I need to be watching a movie that comforts me, or I need to be playing video games. I need something to focus on. Otherwise, it gets too intense too fast, because I've had
Yeah.
some bad experiences
Yeah.
with weed, where I start feeling my skin, and then I start feeling my organs, and it's like I start feeling like I'm just I don't know, like a paper mache person. I know that sounds
Yeah,
like such
no.
a high thing to say.
No.
But that's the way that it feels. So I have to be in an environment where I'm not going to think about it. You know, it needs to be light, very light.
For sure.
Yeah.
You ever taken like Xanax or anything like that?
No, people have recommended it to me. Oh, that's a lie, actually. I forgot because I like buried this memory. In high school, I was on Xanax,
Okay.
and I was on Strattera as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
In Ohio.
No, I moved from Ohio when I was 15 to Hawaii. I graduated from Hawaii.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What did your parents do? Or dad do or what? Or?
My dad works as a reverse engineer and liaison for the Air Force.
And that's what moved him to Hawaii?
Yeah.
All right.
From Wright-Patterson Air Force Base to Pearl Harbor.
I am Seer. Which one do I subscribe to?
I Am Seer, funny enough, started as my secondary channel. And because I didn't take it as seriously, it became my main channel.
That's what's happening to my Law of Extra channel. Yeah, I'm posting like so much more on Law of Extra because my audience is so much like nicer, I guess, or that's what's in my head at least.
Isn't it crazy to think that people actually like care about you as a person, interested in what you have to think, as opposed to what you have to deliver to them as entertainment?
YouTube definitely like has blown up my ego a bit. Like that's definitely given me confidence to pursue like entertainment, you know?
Yeah, me as well.
Yeah, what do you want to do?
The reason I started making videos is because I loved cinema. I loved movies like American Psycho, The Prestige. I loved a lot of cult films, like Fight Club. It's not really a cult film, but
Yeah, no, it's
some
cult.
people don't necessarily get it for what it is.
A lot of people haven't seen Fight Club.
Yeah, and I think Fight Club is a movie, not to talk about that, but the way it's affected me is that I feel like it gets better and you understand it in different ways as you get older.
Yeah.
Because when you're a kid, when it came out, you're just like, oh, it's a cool movie that's like anti-society, whatever, there's fighting in it, there's action, and the buildings get blown up at the end. But then when you're like an early adult, you start seeing, you're like, man, anti-society and stuff. And then as you get older, you see the results of your actions in the movie, and you're like, there are consequences for the things that you do, and the kind of person you want to be, and the kind of person you are.
Yeah.
And I see movies like that, and I want to recreate emotionally captivating moments.
Yeah.
And YouTube was the only way for me to do that.
How
And
long-
so I wanted to be a director, and then I wanted to be an actor. And now I just want to, however it can be done, I just want to produce and make good things. Very vague. I know that sounds so inspiring. Welcome to TED Talk.
How long have you been on YouTube?
Since April of 2006.
You've been uploading consistently since you were about 16.
Yeah.
Do you make money from it now?
Yeah.
You don't work?
I didn't for like the first.
Right, same.
Yeah, and I moved out to Los Angeles and I was stubborn. I refused to get a job, so I was broke. I slept in closets, couches. I was homeless in Korea because I refused to get a job, because I know that the moment that I would have given in, I probably would have just accepted that the way it was.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be where I am right now, which is I have the luxury of working when I want to, living where I want, and making what I want when I want.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is also stressful.
2000. You were 19 when you moved to LA.
Yeah.
Then you were couch surfing. You never got a job.
No, I looked for jobs.
And from 2009, you've always made money from YouTube.
Yep.
That's great. Wow.
It wasn't necessarily efficient.
Yeah.
But, I mean, there was a time with my friend where all we had were pickles in the fridge and they call it mochico. It's like shake and bake. And we put the pickles in the shake and bake and we pan fried it. And that was all I had. That was all I could afford were the pickles in the fridge. And I thought that was so good.
That's cool. I got to try that.
It's a lot better when you don't have a choice.
What kind of camera do you use?
The lesser version of yours, which is a Canon 60D. I need to get a new one though.
You put it in cinema mode? How do you make it look like a movie?
CineStyle.
CineStyle. I downloaded that.
And I spend a lot of time coloring things. And also, if you throw aspect ratio bars on them, anamorphic letterboxes on it, put some good music in there, anybody will believe it.
Yeah, video blocks. They pay you?
Yeah.
It's an affiliate?
I would say that was the most like inviting brand integration I had ever done.
Yeah.
Because, normally we would get a brand integration, we'll be like, yeah, I'll make that work. For this, it was like, there's so much opportunity. What they did is they gave me a year's worth of stock footage, and they paid me. And they were like, use any of the stock footage, do anything you want with it. And my only issue was, I don't know if there was an NDA on this, but it's not that big of a deal. They wanted the shout out in the first 45 seconds,
okay.
Which for me was like a huge how is anybody going to watch that?
That is hard, yeah.
So I was like, I'm just going to do a self-aware, mock, inspirational commercial. And
it was
before
great.
I did it, I had no idea what I was going to do. And I was so stressed, and I was pushing it off. I was supposed to do it in December, and I was like, I don't know. And then I was just like, I went out and I looked for stock footage. I listened to royalty-free music, and I was like, okay, I sort of have an idea of what I want to do. I want to sort of like make fun of the Interstellar trailer and mock inspiration. A reliable narrator who eventually becomes an unreliable narrator.
Mm-hmm.
So.
You have a girlfriend?
I do.
How'd you meet her?
She slid into my DMs on Instagram.
Really? That's how I met my ex too.
It's the future. That's the future, dude.
What did she say? She's like, hey, I love your
This is
your
what she
YouTube
said
videos.
specifically. No. I would never date a girl who had a predisposition of me based on my videos.
Right.
I try to keep it away from her as much as possible at the beginning, but she said specifically, let's get lit and talk about our emotions. And then I said something about Edgar Allan Poe after that.
Cool.
Just some stupid white people thing, you know what I mean? Something only white people say when they're trying to date.
And you met at a bar and got lit?
No, we went for a walk in West Hollywood. Long walk.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it, yeah. Walks.
She wasn't my type at first. She was sort of too model-esque for me. I sort of like art hose.
Sure. Hit like indie hose or whatever.
Yeah. And so she was sort of in a different realm.
Like Zooey Deschanel hose?
Kind of, yeah.
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 Hipsters.
Yeah. Spotless Mind hose.
Yeah.
Or Marla Singer hose.
Right.
Smoking cigarettes and they swear they're going to die soon.
Sure.
But
emo hose. No,
emo's a little too angsty.
Yeah.
I like a little bit more introspective.
Like too MySpacey kind of.
Yeah, I like introspective, like chewed up and spat out.
Yeah.
Emo hasn't been chewed up yet.
I saw something like you went on tour with Jack's Films or something.
Yeah, we did a comedy tour.
What's that?
It wasn't a comedy tour in essence of what you would think a comedy tour was. It's not like we went on stage and did stand-up. It was sort of like a mock political debate. So it was like, the idea is that you could only subscribe to Jack or I. You can't subscribe to both of us. And so it was like trying to win the favor. And we were having just roasting each other on stage, basically.
How many did that all across the country?
Yeah.
Wow.
It went great. It was a lot of fun. It's probably one of my best experiences.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was kind of like Fuzzy and Roman.
Yeah.
Do you not like pranksters? No, I think I saw.
I
Yeah,
have some-
you and Jack's films are some of my favorites. Like as far as being sarcastic towards the whole prank genre, I love that.
Yeah, dude, yeah. You know, I had an interaction. I mean, I don't know if I should keep this on camera or not, but I had an interaction with Fuzi before
Yeah.
all of that stuff happened.
Oh. Do you want to share it?
I don't know if I should. I mean, you
Well,
could
no,
decide.
well,
Nobody knows about it.
I'll let you decide. I'll use my judgment, whatever.
Okay.
And then and if you don't want me to use it, we don't have to.
The year,
King of the Web.
yeah, the year was 2011. There was an event.
Before I even uploaded anything
Right.
worthwhile, yeah.
There was an event called King of the Web. And King of the Web basically was one of those scam things where, I don't call it a scam, it was more that's smart of them to do, where, you know, you have your audience come onto the site and vote, and the person who wins $7,000. And so it was me, Grace Helberg, and Fuzi. We were kind of like at the top.
Wow.
And it was, of course, before Grace blew up and before Fuzi blew up, so I had a chance. And so I was ahead of Fuzi. I've never talked about this.
Nice. I'm excited.
I was ahead. I was ahead of Fuzi, and he DM'd me, asking me to sort of like not win. Because he wanted to pay off his college and stuff like that. And me being the guy that I was like, yeah, don't worry about it. I'll find another way to make that money. Yeah, because I was going to lose to Grace anyways.
Okay. And then Grace won.
Yeah,
Oh, hell
she
yeah.
won. But there was still an amount for second place. I don't know.
Okay.
But it was just a fact. And so
That's interesting.
he was just like, oh, thanks, man. And then I saw him at Playlist. I was with Mike Diva, and I saw him at Playlist. And he was like, what's up, man? Yeah. Oh. And that's it, dude.
Wow.
And never heard from him again. I mean, I heard of him.
Right. The first interaction we ever had was in a bar after VidCon. It was an after party,
Which one?
2014.
Hmm.
So that was like his year, and
Yeah.
15 was his year. But that was our first time meeting, and before that, I had said something on Twitter like, "Just tell your audience you're fake, bro. They'll be by your side," or something like that, or something. Because he took down one of his videos, and I don't know. And then he just came up to me. He's like, "My videos aren't," or no, he was like, first thing he said was, "Why are you starting beef on Twitter, bro?" or something. And I was like, "'Cause they're fake. Your videos." And we're both hammered. Or no, he wasn't drunk. I was drunk. And
Were you texting each other at the bar?
no,
Okay. I thought you said you both were drunk tweeting each other at the same bar.
no, sorry. Before
Oh, okay.
6 months before that,
Okay.
I tweeted
Old
that.
stuff, yeah.
Yeah. And then he was like, "Nothing's fake, bro. I've never faked anything." I was like, "Okay." And then afterward, after that, there was like that whole vlog, like Vitaly fake as shit thing. Did you see that go down?
Yeah.
Yeah, you saw that?
Yeah.
Oh wow, yeah. So that was that night, and so that's why I was kind of like, "Sorry, Fuzi," because I didn't really know anything. But yeah, he's definitely a fraud.
Well, I've seen I've seen a couple awkward interactions around the VidCon time with what's his name? Straight up like the guy with the longer hair who trolls. He trolls all the time at VidCon. He went on to stage as somebody else.
Danny.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're like besties. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, real stuff. What's it like dealing with? What's it like having your social experiment? I would say that you're one of the OGs of social experiment videos.
Thanks.
So, what does it feel to have that title just stripped away and just like raped?
Well, no, it's different. It's like comparing UFC to WWF. You know.
Yeah.
It's just different.
But you could say I do
Mine's-
social experiments and yours are real, but people will just be like, oh, so I've seen those social experiment videos.
Yeah,
Stuff
right.
like that.
Yeah, so that's fucking annoying, but
Oh.
yeah, it's just
So it
it's
doesn't-
it's one of the many reasons why I've been trying to transfer out of pranks, and but the biggest reason is just because I'm sick of bothering people in public.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's definitely a big reason. Is like, because it was getting my genre. It was like documentaries. Because I was proud of that. I was proud of it being real interactions, you know,
Yeah.
and it's being fascinating and, you know, experimenting with strangers' reactions to awkward situations. And then you got these like reality show guys, like Fuzi and Vitaly and Roman. They're just faking everything, and they just eat it up.
Yeah.
They just eat it up.
Smash that shit in their face.
Yeah. And they totally think it's real. They have no clue.
Yeah, it's not
Crazy.
difficult to sell to stupid people.
Yeah, but that's I've talked about this topic
Yeah.
like so many times. Let's see, what else?
It's weird because we both probably watched you like probably within the first 2 weeks that you started your channel.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
we were there
almost
from the
picking
beginning.
up chicks?
Yeah. No, like holding hands.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
the very start, and
Those are the
we'd be
golden
like,
days.
he uploaded a new video, and we'd go down there and we watch one of your new videos.
Oh,
Like it was a thing.
thanks.
I watched them with Jack too.
Really?
Yeah, and we just like.
I used to be diehard about it every Monday at like 2 a.m.
No.
So that, cause like and that's such a bad time to upload too. But my reasoning was like, oh, that's
It
when
went well
Hulu.
once.
That's when Hulu has its new Office episode. Is like at like 2 a.m. You know?
Right. Yep.
Man, good. Those are the good days, man. But that chapter's over, and we're on to the next chapter.
That's the way I look at things.
Yeah. So you do want to be an actor?
I would enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you do theater? What did you do in college?
I did a semester and then I quit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No college then.
No.
Damn.
I just skipped it, and no theater. I mean, I'd done a couple short films and such, but yeah, I would love to be on like an HBO original series, like some real serious shit.
Yeah. What's your favorite movie? If you had to pick one, all-time favorite movie.
That's so difficult. See, now it's like
Most people. I mean, like I've always just like you kind of have a default answer, you know.
Yeah, I just to allow people to absorb my sense of style. I say American Psycho just because.
Yeah.
You know, you could look at that movie and I could say, yeah, I guess that pretty much describes me.
I'm simply not there.
Right, yeah.
I love that line.
Yeah, I love intuitive movies and movies that rely on the viewer to think.
Sure.
You know, as opposed to blatant action.
I get bored to death of action movies. The Marvel shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
great. I'll go like to, you know as you
I
know,
actually
with
get
friends
I
and
actually get
shit.
impatient. Well, like when stuff
yeah,
is
you're
happening.
like, okay, great. Yeah, I get it. Explosions, great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Favorite, HBO. Did you see The Jinx?
No.
It's so
No,
good.
I need to catch up on a lot of things.
Do you like documentaries?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you would love The Jinx. It's about the serial killer, and he's a Wall Street
Really?
billionaire too.
Holy shit.
It's real though. It's a documentary.
Yeah.
And he's being interviewed too, and it's in real time. And he actually, I don't want to give away the ending, but it's like a crazy, crazy ending.
All right.
It's a 6-part series. You got to watch it.
Wait, is this where it turns into a brand deal? The video?
Oh yeah. This is brought to you by HBO. Thanks for watching.
HBO.com/love.
HBO Now or whatever. Yeah, I gotta hit up video blogs. It's great.
Yeah, I'd totally recommend it.
Cool.
I think they're doing another campaign in like April. No, I think they're doing another campaign in like May or something. So.
Oh yeah, did you make a shit ton with the tour with Jack's films?
I wouldn't say a shit ton. No.
How much money exactly did you make after taxes? I'm just kidding.
Do people ask questions like that?
No, that's a joke.
For me, it was an amount to help me get my life started. So I would say that
Good.
the growth of my channel and the content that I make now is a direct result of having taken that money and investing it in my own place, my own room, and just committing to like a hard schedule.
Cool. Have you done stand-up comedy?
No, I'm the opposite of. I think I'm the opposite of that kind of comedy. I think I'm more of a context comedy person. Like I can make a story that would be funny, but I don't think that I'm actually funny in person.
Okay. I think you're funny.
I guess so. I guess it's like my friend is funny, kind of funny, you know?
Right, yeah. Well, it's like, it's just different, yeah. Like, people don't understand, like being funny is different than performing funny.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Like, I could be funny if I did a TED Talk, but that's
Sure.
not why they're there.
Yeah, yeah. Do you have a favorite show? Breaking Bad?
Yeah. Let me think about what I've watched recently.
Have you seen Breaking Bad?
Yeah, heck yeah. Good.
Okay. So good.
Breaking Bad, Westworld was great.
I'm only on like the 3rd episode of that.
Some good, like, I love alternate reality things.
Yeah.
I've watched Lost, which,
Sure.
you know, it was what it was. It was great, but also not great.
Yeah. Yeah, the ending is a little weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. Girlfriend, drugs, exercise, money, goals, college. What did you do in college? Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, on tour. ASMR, what the fuck's that about?
Dude, I hate ASMR.
Okay.
Here's the thing. See, I switched feet. That means that.
oh, fucking ASMR, yeah.
ASMR, when I first saw those videos, I couldn't believe what I was watching. Like, my mind was blown, and it was one of those things where, like, it was like a spider where you see it and you don't understand it, so you hate it.
Yeah.
And that's how I felt. And people were telling me, you need to do ASMR videos because you have a nice voice on a microphone. And I was like, I'm not going to do an ASMR video. I'll do one that seems like it's real.
Well, it kind of, it kills two birds, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, because it hits that audience.
Yeah.
And they actually like it. Like, that audience likes it, and other ASMR artists like it.
The serial killer is hilarious.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, no, the one that made me really laugh was you come and you're like, do it for the money.
Oh, yeah.
And then it's like Daddy's Girl or something.
Oh, yeah.
Who's your daddy?
Oh, Daddy ASMR. Daddy Issues ASMR or something. Do it for the money. Like that.
Yeah, that's funny.
That was like my last big hurrah. Because I was like, I don't want to do ASMR, but it was sort of making fun of the fact that, like, that was the biggest thing I had going for me on my channel.
Yeah.
But I'm doing another one. It's called Social Justice Warrior ASMR.
Cool.
So we'll see how that, if I end up being considered a racist or not.
All right.
I actually had deleted Twitter off my phone the day that you tweeted me. And I didn't know that you tweeted me until, like, later I checked on the computer. I went through my @replies and I was like, what the hell?
Cool.
So.
Well, I appreciate it.
Yeah. It was very unexpected.
Yeah.
But thank you for having me here.
Yeah.
Part of me was wondering if it was going to be a secret social experiment.
Yeah. Yeah, that was what this other guy asked. He's like, is this a prank, you know? Titanic Sinclair, you heard of him?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said, like, we can try to work something out. He hasn't DM'd me yet, but...
Yeah. Yeah. The man behind Poppy.
Yeah. Big stuff.
Yeah.
Poppy, man. You seen that shit? That shit's crazy.
I used to be friends with her back in the day when she was a country singer.
Wow.
Oh.
Now she's a pop singer.
Yeah. Crazy, huh?
Is she from Ohio?
No, I think she's from Tennessee.
All right. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks, Sear. Please check out his channel. I am Sear.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'll see you later.